Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great. Welcome to my first video presentation. I am Shubhra, a data enthusiast. Today I am going to share with you my latest Power BI project that I completed as part of Code Basics Data Analytics Bootcamp. And this project is all about AtliQ, a hardware company. And the project title is Business Insights 360. Why 360? Because it gives a 360-degree perspective about the company. Now let's deep dive into our presentation. To explain the workflow of this project, I divided it into four parts. Let me break this down using the STAR method, which is situation, task, action, and result. To begin, we'll first discuss about the situation as well as the problem statement, like what challenges did the company face that led to this project. Then we'll discuss about the task as well as the objective of this project. What was the purpose behind this project? And then comes the process, the action. Here I will explain you about the steps that I followed to solve the problem, and including the dataset I worked with, the importation process, and the tools I used. Finally, we'll look at the end result of this project, which includes a comprehensive Power BI dashboard. Before discussing the workflow of this project, let me explain you about the company. So the company name is AtliQ Hardware, a fast-growing global company that sells computers, accessories, and storage devices through their three main channels, which are direct, retailer, and distributor, across the multiple regions including Asia Pacific, Latin America, North America, etc. Below this, you will see the visual representation of AtliQ's business model. AtliQ manufactures their hardware in its own factory and then send it to the warehouse and distribution centers. And from there, they ship their hardware to different countries and deliver to individual stores. Now let's take a look into the problem statement. AtliQ Hardware is a fast-growing electronics company operating in multiple countries. However, they still relying on outdated data analysis methods, which caused delays, missed insights, and even a major loss in their Latin America market. To stay competitive and grow, they need to adapt modern data analysis tools like Power BI to enable smarter decision and better results. And that is why their senior executive decided to start the project called Business Insights 360. So, the objective or main goal of this project is to transition AtliQ Hardware from outdated data analysis methods to a modern analytics system. And this change will provide a valuable insights and improve their decision making and prevent their future losses. Now let me tell you about the process, how I approached this project, what are the tools I used, how the data was gathered, how the dashboard was built, and what are the key insights and recommendations I provided. Starting with the data, it was spread across multiple Excel sheets. I loaded this file into Power BI, performed data cleaning and transformation, and then I created a robust data model to ensure the accurate data analysis. To understand the dashboard better, let's explore the data model that I created, which follows a snowflake schema structure. In the center, we have all the fact tables connected to multiple dimension tables. And this structure is ideal for handling complex relationships in large datasets. In the right hand side, you can see all the datasets I used along with their table name. To complete this project, I used a range of tools such as MySQL for data exploration, Excel for report creation, and I used Power BI for data cleaning, analysis, and visualization. Also, I used DAX Studio to reduce the file size and ChatGPT to understand complex DAX measures. Now let's explore the final outcome of this project, which is a comprehensive Power BI dashboard. Welcome to the homepage of our dashboard. Here I have placed all the icons for each key areas such as finance, sales, marketing, supply chain, and executive. These icons behave like a button. You can click any of these icons to navigate through the specific view. In the below of this icon, you will find short description about them. And in the bottom of this homepage, you will find that all the values are in millions and dollars, and the data is available up to December 2021 along with the last refresh date. So now we'll explore all of these icon one by one. Here you can see we have info icon. This icon contains some key information about the system data that I use to create this dashboard. Now, if someone find any issue during exploring the dashboard, they can go to the support view. Here they will find some relevant websites. Now let's jump into the finance view. Here we can see the profit and loss statement for each region, customers, product, and aggregation of all of them over any time period or quarter. Now here we have different KPIs like net sales, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, etc. And let's see what are the key insights that the dashboard is giving. So what I can see is compared to 2019, there is an increase by around 150% in 2020 in terms of gross sales, net sales and so on. And when I look at 2021, that growth is 200%. And in 2022, it's even more. That is around 300%. That means AtliQ hardware business is growing very rapidly. And here in this line chart, you can see the comparison of net sales of selected year and previous year. And when you are comparing 2020 monthly net sales performance, you can see in the month of March, the net sales is less compared to the previous year. But when you click on July, you will see that we did something good after March. We took some actions. We might want to know what are the actions we took so that our net sales continued improving. Now below this you will find some top and bottom customers and products by their net sales. Now in the segment you can see that networking section is negative. If we drill down further, we can see that the Wi-Fi extender is negative. So we can call some relevant person who is responsible for this particular product, and if maybe we should discontinue this product. So this is how this dashboard offers an accurate and clear description of the issue, helping you make informed, better decision. So now let's move to the sales page. Here you can analyze customer and product performance over key metrics like gross margin, net sales and gross margin percentage. In the right hand side, you will find a performance matrix for a region over gross margin percentage and net sales. You can also toggle between last year and target year by clicking on this slicer. When you will hover at this position, you will see a tooltip which shows the trend between gross margin and net sales. In the bottom, you will find two donut charts which shows the comparison between net sales and discounts given, and another one is showing the comparison between COGS and gross margin. COGS means cost of goods sold, which is also our expenses. So by analyzing this page, we have an insights that our expenses are more than our net sales and gross margin. And why is this? Well, I am going to explain you in the next view. So now let's move to the marketing page. Here we have all the visuals same as the sales page. You can see the performance metrics for products. We also have a toggle button between gross margin percentage and net profit percentage. And in the below you will see a waterfall chart which shows our expenses, our operational expenses is more than our gross margin. And that is why our net profit is negative. But it's okay because initially a company spent more money on their marketing to grow their market share and they less care about their expenses. Now let's move to the supply chain view. Here you can see all the important KPIs like forecast accuracy, net error and absolute error. In this chart, you can see the columns represents the net error and the lines represents the forecast accuracy for last year and for selected year. And in these two charts, you can analyze different key metrics for customer and products. Here you can see the net error. If the net error is positive, then we are in excess inventory. And if it's in negative, then we are in out of stock situation. So you can read all of this abbreviation in the below of this page. So that's all about the supply chain view. Now we will move to the executive view, which is our last view. So this is our executive view, and this page is basically utilized by the top level of people like CEO to see what is going on in this company. Here you will see all the important KPIs like net sales, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage and forecast accuracy. And these donut charts are showing the revenue contribution by the division and channel. We can see that more revenues are coming from the retailer channel, and below this you can see the key metrics over the year. The column shows the net sales and the gray line shows the market share of AtliQ. Now in the below you can see a ribbon chart which shows the market share trend of AtliQ along with its competitors. Here you can see that AtliQ appears in the last position, but if you click on India, you will see that AtliQ is in third position because AtliQ's major market is in India. When you click on this focus mode, you will analyze this ribbon chart better. So this is all about our dashboard. Thank you so much for being here.